Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina azaban nar. Rabbi zidni ilma. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon everyone. I hope that you will be feeling well today and you will have got enough refreshment during the weekend, as you have had almost 3 days, and I think 3 days are enough for refreshment. You might have taken enough sleep and you might have done your each and everything, whatever important things you had to do, you might have completed everything. This is the beauty of the session, that we have for half of the week we have classes, and for the remaining half we don't have. So we can take enough refreshment. We can enjoy the 3 days as free days. As you know that there are different sources of getting knowledge. We get knowledge from different sources, like we get knowledge through our 5 senses. There is some revealed knowledge as well, and we also get knowledge through observation, through experience, and we also get knowledge from books, through reading. So if we want to accumulate knowledge, to develop our knowledge, to build our knowledge, then we must read. Reading is a very important skill, and it is a very useful activity and a fun activity as well. So it is a useful hobby as well if we make it our hobby. So we will not only get knowledge, but we will also enjoy, and we will have a great time with ourselves and with the book. It is said that book is a great friend. Joseph Addison, he says, reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body. Now, reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body. It means, as we know that we spend a lot of time on our physical development. We take we perform different physical activities. We play different games. Sometimes we go to gym, sometimes we go for hiking, we climb a mountain. So we do weightlifting, we perform different activities in order to keep in shape, in order to develop stamina, in order to keep fit. So why do we do all these things? Because we want to live a good life. We want to live an independent life. We want to live a healthy life. And we want to perform all our responsibilities very well, and we want to achieve all our goals easily. So therefore we take exercise and physical activities. Now the same is true about our mind as well. If we want to think clearly, if we want to develop great thoughts, and if we want to be creative, if we want to be intelligent, if we want to be smart, and if we want to have a sound mind. So what is important for that? Reading is important for that. For our physical body, exercise is important. For our mind, reading is important. Reading books is important for that. Because from books we collect ideas, we collect great thoughts. And as you know that the quality of our life depends upon the quality of our thoughts. Now when we read great books and we collect great thoughts and great ideas from those books, so it will definitely shape our life. It will shape our life, it will shape our future, it will shape our destiny. So it will positively affect upon our life. So this is the beauty of reading, that it sharpens our mind, it makes us smart, it makes us intelligent, it makes us a logical thinker, a rational thinker. So therefore it is said that reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body. Now, what kind of book we should read? So we should read almost different kind of books. There are different genre of literature like fiction, non-fiction. We should read novels, we should read poetry, we should read prose, we should read articles, biographies, autobiographies, history books, fiction books, non-fiction. So we should read all these things, science fiction, historical fiction. There are different kind of genre, and we should try, if we want to be more intelligent and if we want to have a organized life, a disciplined life, a successful and happy life, then we must read each and every kind of book. And we should read books on religion, we should read books on politics, we should read books on society, we should read books on history, we should read science book. So we should read different kind of books. This is how we will develop a balanced personality. As you know that those people who read, they become more mature, they become more wise. As you know that a single book is the life experience of 60, 70 years of an author. Author has spent 50, 60 years, he lived life practically, actively, and he developed a lot of experience during those 50, 60 years. And after that, he write a book. And in the book, he write about all his experiences in life. So he reproduced all his experiences of life in his book. So a single book is the collection of all the 50, 60 experience of an author. So when we read a single book, so we get the experience of 50, 60 years of that very person, just in 1 hour, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, just in a day or two, we collect the experience of all those people. So this is the beauty of reading. And when we read 1 or 2 more books, so this is how we collect more experience. We get more experience, we get more mature ideas. And then when we act upon those ideas, for example, if we read the biography of successful people, so whatever habits they had or whatever actions or activities they perform in their lives, how did they cope with the different challenges in life and how did they overcome all those challenges. So actually they write about those things. So when we also we read about those things, we come to know about those things, and then we also apply those techniques in our life. So this is how we can also overcome all those challenges and we can also become great. Now the question is, how can we become a great reader, or how can we develop reading habits? Because for reading, developing reading habit is important. When we don't have reading habits, so we cannot read, and we cannot read a lot of books. So the first important thing is developing reading habits. Now how can we improve reading skills? As you know that those students who want to go abroad and those students who want to get scholarship, so they appear in TOEFL or IELTS proficiency test, and in those tests, reading skill, there is a reading skill. So those students who read a lot, they can score high marks in those, high band or high marks in those, and in this skill, they can show better results. So how can we improve our reading skill? And one thing I would like to add more, that is when we develop one skill, so it also positively affect the rest of our skills. Like when we work on our reading skills, so it will definitely improve our speaking skill or writing skill or listening skill. So we must work on all the skills, but we must work on each and every skill in turn. So how can we improve our reading skills? So there are certain tips. I would like to share these tips with you people, and if you follow these tips practically, so you will definitely improve your reading skills, and then you can become a voracious reader and you can finish a lot of books. There are people in the world, they read a book a day. There are people, they read 2 books a week or 1 book a week. There are people, they read 1 book a month. So there are different people and they have developed different reading habits, and because of that, they read a lot of books. Even I have, according to research, the American an average in an American person, he read the books which a Pakistani read in whole year. He read just 1 year. When we read all the books in all the Pakistani read a book in entire life. So he read that book in a single year, that one American. So they read a lot. So all the developed countries, all the people who live in the developed societies, they read a lot. They don't waste their time. Whenever they get time, so they read. So this is the benefit, and therefore they have developed their each and every sector of life. They have stability in their each and every organization and department. Because they're learned, they're enlightened. Now, I'd like to share a few tips with you people, and first of all, when you learn these tips and then you apply it, so hope that you will improve your reading skills and it will positively affect your life and will also bring a lot of changes in your life. So tip number 1 is develop reading is a habit in your routine. Develop reading habit or read on daily basis. This is very important. We should read on daily. If you want to make it our habit, then you must read on daily basis. Now, how much time we can spare for reading? It depends upon us. How much free time do we have? So if we have more time, we can spend more time on reading. If we have less time, we can spend less time on reading. But at least we must read on daily basis. Once we start reading, it will be beneficial only when we read it on daily basis. If we read one day and then we don't read for 2-3 days and then we resume reading again, so it will not be that much beneficial. But if we read just couple of lines or couple of pages on daily basis and we continue it on daily basis, that will be more important for developing habits. Because we develop habit when we do something consecutively or regularly for 20 days or for around about 30 days. When you perform an activity for 20-30 days, so then we develop habit for that, and then it becomes easy for us. It becomes natural to us then. The second important tip is set a reading target for yourself. Setting a reading target means you should know that how much time you can spend on reading or you can spare for reading, and how many pages you can cover. For example, I am interested in a book. I bought that book. I arranged that book for myself. Now I should decide that how many pages should I read in a day. Should I read 10 pages or 20 pages or 5 pages? So I should just set a target for myself. And then I must read those pages in a day. So it will make the task easier for me. This is how I develop reading habits. The third important tip is identify a sitting corner. A sitting corner. Normally in a room, sometimes we sit in the middle of the room, we sit in the left corner of the room or the right corner of the room. So we should identify a corner, sitting corner, that I will sit in that corner and I will read. The next important tip is make notes while you read. Make notes of the key ideas while you read. When we read, key ideas we come across important ideas, we come across key ideas. So then we must write those ideas in a notebook or on a paper. Even sometimes people, they write on the pages, and that way if there is a blank place, so people write that on that very page. So it is up to us whether we want to write those, make those notes on another book, another notebook, or in that book, or on a page. so and in our diary. So the choice is totally ours. But we should make notes. This is how it will improve reading skill. When we take notes, so we become focused, and it makes us focused and serious. And we also enjoy it. The next important tip is we should identify the purpose, or we should determine the purpose of reading. We should identify the why I am reading, why I read this book. Do I want to have a good time? Am I studying for an exam? Or do I want to read for fun? People, they also read for fun, for enjoyment, or for some serious study for exams preparation. So we should identify the purpose first. When we identify the purpose, that I read these general books, just I want to have a good time, I want to learn about these things, I want to clear my concept about these topics, I want to learn more about these topics, I want to have a good time, I am just reading for fun. So it will also improve our reading skill. The next important tip is write question when you read. Write question. If you want to focus on whatever you are reading, and if you want to enjoy it as well, and if you want to comprehend it as well, understand it as well, then you must ask questions from yourself. For example, I am reading a book, and then I get confused at what I am reading. So I should ask question, what I am reading? What is this text about? What are the lines about? What is this information about? So when I start asking this question for myself, so definitely I will start focusing, and I will start getting the meaning clear. That yes, I am reading this text, and I am reading this page, and this page is about this kind of info, this topic, and there are these kind of informations. So I will start focusing on the topic, and this will improve my reading skill. So asking question is important. Summarizing. Whatever we read, we must summarize that. Summarizing is very important. If I read one page or 2 pages, I must summarize that in my own words. So this is how I will remember the information, this is how I will enjoy those pages, and this is how it will improve my reading skill. Highlight the text. Sometimes we also highlight the text with a marker or with a pointer. We highlight important points. So when we highlight the text, that also improve our reading skills. The next important point is discuss whatever you have read. Discuss it with friends. For example, I read 1 page or 2 pages. So whatever information I read about or I collected from the book, I must share those information with my colleagues, with my friends. I must talk about that. So when I read something and then I discuss it with friends, I share it with friends. So this is how I will remember it forever. I will never forget it, and it will definitely improve my reading skills. It will make us a deep reader. One is superficial reader, one is deep reader. Superficial reader is a person who just follow the surface meaning. And deep reader is a person who go deep into the text. He contextualize the text. He think about each and every word of the text, and therefore he deduce or he conclude his own meaning from the text. So he is a deep learner. He is a deep reader. This is also called read between the line. Reading between the line. When you get the deep meaning of a line, of a page, look out for words which you don't know. This is another tip. Look out for words which you don't know. Sometimes we read a page, or we read an article, and we come across some words which and the meaning of those words we don't know. So we must write down those words. We must write down those words on a page, and then we must consult dictionary for that. So this is how it will also build our vocabulary. So one of the advantage of reading is it builds our vocabulary. And we can also learn grammar from reading. We should focus on the structure of the sentence. That how does the write these sentences? How does the write make these expressions? And how does the write? We can also learn the punctuation marks, the use of the punctuation mark. When we read, so we must also focus on the punctuation mark. Where did the writer make use of the comma, the semicolon, the dash? So, and why he has made use of that? So we should just think about that. So this is how slowly and gradually we will also improve our using of punctuation marks, as well as we will also correct our sentence structure, as well as the way a writer, we will also follow the style of the writer, that how does he write, how does he take a start, how does he conclude. So when we read when we will develop reading as our habit, so we will get a lot of benefits from reading. We will improve our other skills. As I told you people that when we improve one skill, so it definitely improve our other skills. When we improve reading skills, it will definitely improve our writing skill, our speaking skill. Even vocabulary building, reading is important for vocabulary building. And when we read aloud, it is also suggested for students that students must read aloud. This is important for correcting your pronunciation and building confidence. And it can also improve your speaking skill. When you read aloud, so you read it the one hand, at the other hand, it also you build confidence, and it also improve your tone, your voice, your pronunciation, your intonation patterns. So you can, from a single skill, we can develop the rest of the skills as well. But if we become deep reader, and when we develop habits for reading, and when we show interest in reading and we want to develop ourselves, this is possible. These advantages are possible only when we want to search out for these advantages. So we must read books, we must read newspaper, we must read magazine, we must read articles. As you know that different language, different words are used in these things, and we will learn different words, different expressions. And we should focus on the context as well. Contextual meaning is very important. For example, I am reading a newspaper story. But first of all, I should ensure that which story do I like? Do I love? In newspaper, there are different stories, like there will be a story about sports, there will be a story about current affairs, there will be a story about education. Now, in which story I am interested? Am I interested in education story? So I should read education story, and then I will develop the jargon or the language of education, because there will be educational terms will be there, different educational terms, concepts and terms and all these things will be there. So I will learn those terms, and this is how I will develop that language. If I am interested in sports, for example, so I should read sports stories. In sports stories, I will come to know about the terms which are used in sports, different sports. So this is how I will, I will improve my reading skills, and I will develop my vocabulary while I read. So life is for those who read, or this word is for those who read. And I would like to share a few quotations with you about the importance of reading. So the life is for those, or what is for those who read. This is one quotation. Secondly, today reader, tomorrow leader. Those who read a lot, they will be leaders in their particular departments and their organizations, in their work or field of life. Whatever field they choose as a career in the future, so they will be leaders in those areas when they will develop their reading habits and when they will read a lot. So today reader, tomorrow leader. A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. or a reader lives 100 lies before he dies. 100 lies before he dies. Because he read the book of different writers. So he lives 100 lives. And I would like to end with this beautiful quotation of Jim Rohn. He says, reading is essential for those who seek to rise above the ordinary. Now, if you want to be an extraordinary person and you want to be above all others, then you must read. Because reading will make you a unique person, will make you an exceptional person. Because when you read, you get knowledge, and knowledge is power. So, what is the importance of reading skill? What is the importance of reading skill? How can we develop reading skills? So I share some beautiful quotations with you people as far as the importance of reading is concerned. And I also share some useful tips with you people for developing or improving your reading skills. Now, whether you want to become a reader and you want to read books on daily basis, so you must, you must practically apply these steps, and I hope that it will make you a great reader, and then the world will be yours.